Last night, Duke basketball legend Christian Laettner revealed that he doesn't watch that much basketball these days, but he still does keep tabs on his alma mater. Laettner won 2 national championships while at Duke, and the group that won it all in 1992 is considered to be one of the best college basketball teams of all time. With that in mind, here's the conclusion of my interview with Christian Laettner. Do you ever compare maybe your old Duke teams, your championship teams back in the early 90s to any of these other championship teams that have won the NCAA championship recently? Do you think, I think we're better than those guys at all? Is that something you ever think about?
No, I don't think about that, and I would never want to or not allow myself to do it. We can compare anything we want in the whole world, and that's just all speculation, so I don't do that. I do get extremely happy when Duke wins and goes really deep and really far and does really well in the tournament, and then I find myself getting really mad when they don't. So I still have my heart involved in Duke basketball, and Duke basketball has had my heart ever since I was 16 when I knew I wanted to go to Duke. Obviously the 4 years I was there, I just loved it, and it still has my heart because when they lose, I'm sad, and when they win, I'm happy.
Speaking of Duke, the last thing I want to ask you about, I know you've probably been asked this a million times in your life ever since the big shot you beat Kentucky with back in the Elite Eight in '92. I was trying to find a different way to ask you, maybe a question that you haven't heard as much, or maybe you haven't heard before. I'm sure you've probably heard this question before, but I'm curious. I was watching it earlier today and last night. You know the play, obviously. You've seen it a million times. You catch the ball, you put it on the floor, and I think you've called it kind of a post-up move. I think you've called that before, and you hit the jump shot. Was that always the plan in your mind to put the ball on the floor first? Because in my mind, I think only 2.1 seconds left. There's not a whole lot of time there. Do you have time to put the ball on the floor and dribble? Was that always a plan in your mind to catch the ball, put it on the floor once, and make that shot?
It was not a plan because you can't plan your move out ahead of time because one thing I try to teach these young kids at camp today is they have to catch the ball and give themselves a chance to read and analyze the defense. So I can't pre-plan or predestine my move before the ball gets in my hands.
Okay.
I don't know what move I'm going to make until I get the ball in my hands. So when I get the ball in my hands and I'm feeling where the defense is, I know they're behind me, and then it kind of turns into a post play. If I would have caught the ball on the wing like this and the defender's in front of me, then it would have been like a perimeter player's move from the wing. But because I caught it up high, like a post pass or a lob pass, and I felt 2 guys behind me, then it just naturally turned into a post move. And that's the instincts that I'm trying to teach some of these young kids. An instinct like when the ball hits your hands, don't dribble it immediately. I want the ball to hit your hands and you look to pass first. So that was just an instinct thing.
Okay.
I went up high, caught it, 2 guys behind me, it turns into a post move, even though it was a weird position, 17 feet from the top of the key.
It's a shot you've made thousands of times, I'm sure, in practice.
It's a shot I've made thousands of times, but not that turnaround, fadeaway fashion. But, sometimes you get lucky.
There it is, Christian Laettner, all instincts on the shot. 2-time NCAA champion, Naismith Award winner, part of the Dream Team, won the gold medal. Thanks again for talking with me today.
Thank you so much.
So it was nice for Christian Laettner to sit down with me. We talked for about 10 minutes or so. You saw about 6 minutes the past couple nights. We're going to put the full unedited interview online here in the coming days.
If you've enjoyed this segment of Lakeland News, please consider making a tax-deductible contribution to Lakeland Public Television.